Lost Diary, Dark Fate. They say people leave behind pieces of themselves on the subway, but I never expected to find one that knew me better than I know myself. On my first week working the Lost and Found, I joked that the weirdest thing I'd find would be a pair of dirty socks. That was before I opened a battered canvas bag and found a tattered diary with tomorrow's date scrawled on the first page, and a detailed account of how I would die. I almost laughed, thinking some prankster must have lost their horror manuscript. Still, it was hard to laugh when my own name stared up at me from the yellowed paper. I skimmed the entry, heart hammering as I read descriptions of myself I'd never shared with anyone: the scar on my knee, the chipped tooth from 3rd grade, the song stuck in my head that morning. The diary described how I'd stay late, cataloging a backlog of umbrellas and headphones, and how, at exactly 11:26 p.m., a man in a faded blue parka would step out from behind the storage racks and call my name. Every detail was there, including the way I'd freeze, unable to run as he pressed something cold and sharp against my throat. I tried to shake it off, but all night, I caught glimpses of a blue parka in the reflection of the glass doors, in the shadow behind the lockers, in the flicker of the security monitors. Each time, no one was there. My hands trembled as I checked the clock: 11:21, 5 minutes to go. I wanted to leave, but a compulsion rooted me in place, as if the diary's words had cemented my fate. I clung to the hope that if I just ignored the story, I could break the spell. At 11:25, the power went out. The air went cold, and I heard my name whispered from the darkness, just as the diary described. I fumbled for my phone, but it slipped from my shaking hands. The last thing I saw in the weak emergency light was a figure in a blue parka, stepping silently from the shadows, a glint of metal in his hand. As he moved closer, I realized with horror that his face was a blurred reflection of my own. And that's when I understood, some things aren't lost by accident. Some things are left behind for a reason.